Hello, welcome to the Sunday League Pundit Show, episode 21. Getting there now, pushing on a bit. We've decided this week that we're actually going to record the podcast whilst sitting at Tin Rib's place, hence the different surround if you're watching on YouTube, or indeed any of the clips that we have. And we're going to record the podcast whilst also watching Leeds versus Milwall. So naturally, we're going to be supporting Milwall just because it's going to irritate him. And Tin Ribs will, he'll be watching that shite team in white. They're probably going to get promoted regardless this season.
Yeah.
Because they have been, let's be honest, rather impressive. They've been pretty good.
Yeah, they've got a 26% chance, I believe, of winning the league at the moment, even though I think it's a lot higher than that.
I think it's a lot.
Supercomputer.
Yeah.
Obviously putting.
What is this supercomputer?
I don't know, but it must be wrong because it says we've got a 1% chance of winning the league and we have no chance we're winning the league.
So basically, how the computer works is it takes form, stats.
Doesn't it take previous results as well? Well, that's got to do with
No, but that's what it does. It sort of takes into calculation a load of things, and that's about it. And then it predicts. But, the supercomputer's so fucking good that it had Leicester winning the league with ultimately the best points tally of all time. And then all the other pundits jumped on the back and, well, then they imploded. Never listen to the supercomputer.
Well, they've not done overly well against Chelsea today.
Well, guess what? Jim Jam, the stat man, has a championship stat for us this week.
There we go.
Oh.
Jim Jam, the stat man, has a stat for us, which is?
So, it's based on the championship. And did you know that every team in the championship has won a game 1-0? But only one team has not lost 1-0 in the championship.
So
this season.
Every member of the championship has won a game 1-0.
Yeah.
But there's one team that hasn't been beaten 1-0.
Yes.
Now, I'd like to say Leicester because I think when Leicester lose, they tend to get...
We beat them 1-0.
Oh,
we beat them 1-0 at theirs. We've been beat 1-0 twice.
Yeah.
Stoke and Blues.
Yeah.
I might be wrong, actually. Did we lose?
Of your lot?
It's not us.
It's not you.
I'm going to go with, stupid as this one sounds, Stoke.
No, we beat them 1-0.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd have gone for Leicester because every time I see them lose, they seem to lose badly.
No, it's Ipswich.
Oh, wow.
Ipswich
have not lost 1-0. It goes back as far as 17th of December 2022 or something like that. So It's been a while. It was in League One.
So
I can't remember which team it was that beat them though.
So basically what you're saying is they either concede a shitload or score a shitload. Or both.
Yeah. Or both.
Well, our first game with them was 4-3.
But yes, I have a few more scores, but they're close, but that was the only one where there was one team left. So hopefully I will come back with some more.
Yeah, we like this. I like the Jim Jam Statman bit. It's quite interesting. Paying a lot more attention to everything now, aren't you? Because you need the stats.
You know what he's not paying attention to, though? Previous podcasts that he missed.
No, he doesn't. I bet you still haven't listened to that, have you?
No.
Absolutely useless. Do you know, am I the only one out of the three of us that actually listens to our podcast back, even though I've never missed one and I edit them? So I hear them all twice anyway.
Yeah, that's true. As a rule, I tend to try and get a listen in, but I won't lie. There have been times where I just haven't been able to.
So you can get supported by YouTube.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to check this right now. I'm going to go into Amazon and see how many have got the listen to, because I might have listened to them all, but we'll soon find out.
This could be interesting, couldn't it?
Yeah, I mean, There we go. You follow these. Tick, tick.
Right, so we're 7.5 minutes into this Leeds Millwall game. And it seems as though a lot of the game is being played in the middle. But when somebody attacks, it appears it's Leeds. Millwall haven't done a lot going forward just yet. Although we are only 7.5 minutes.
I was going to say,
it normally
there's not
takes
a lot.
about 15 minutes for Leeds to start
and to be fair,
going.
Millwall actually did have the first few minutes. They got a free kick. They looked like they could,
I'm not going to lie, actually. I don't hate their kit.
Oh, the orange one. It's nice.
I quite like that.
Yeah.
Millwall's kit.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I quite like
that. No, I've actually just checked back. I've listened to every episode.
I'll let you off then.
So yeah, there you go.
Forgiven. Right. Well, while there's a lot of backwards and forwards, there is something I really, really wanted to talk to you guys about.
Okay.
And that is the England squad selection. Now, nobody knows the full reason as to why Ben White has pulled out. Personally,
very quickly, West Ham just went 2-0 up against Aston Villa.
Wow. I had Villa down to win that 2-0, so that's me out of that particular.
Yeah.
I did the Super 6 and I had Villa down for a 2-0 win.
And they're currently going to... Oh, sorry, the goal's pending VAR. So it's been pending VAR for over 2 minutes.
Leeds, by the way.
Ruled out. It's been ruled out for a foul, apparently. Wow, it took them 3 minutes to work that one out. Yeah, VAR is getting so good these days. It's so quick, so rapid.
But my thing on Ben White is that obviously something happened where he withdrew from the squad.
Something happened in the World Cup.
Lots to do. I would imagine that hopefully if we don't win the Euros and Southgate hopefully leaves at that point, does Ben White then make himself available?
I think he will.
I think he does.
I think as soon as Southgate leaves, Ben White will be like, okay, I'm okay for selection now. And there was a lot of stuff on the radio about it going, oh, well, will his teammates accept it, this, that, and the other, and will this? He's got no choice.
Yeah.
If he then makes himself available and he gets selected, you've got no choice but to just get on with it.
Well, I think we mentioned before Ben Foster and...
They'll know more than we will anyway. Oh, Luke Ayling, is he at the game, is he?
So they've renamed the old Peacock the Luke Ale Inn for the moment. He's there now. Well, he's turned up to the game today.
Cool.
So even though he's playing for Middlesbrough, he still turns up today.
That's going to be... He was at Leeds a long time, though.
Look, and he's so loved by the fans. Everybody loves him. He's genuinely like a clubman that... It wouldn't surprise me if he becomes like an ambassador or something in the near future.
They might call him back to be a...
Right, more an exception.
Right.
But yeah, Ben White, I think as soon as Southgate's gone, whatever the issue was that caused him to leave,
think it's an issue with Southgate myself.
I
don't think there's anything more or less in it than...
It's either Southgate
that
he's got a problem with Southgate.
He doesn't want to go because he knows he's not going to play.
You know what? That might be it.
It probably isn't going to play, but it might be the reasonings why or...
I still think there's an issue there with either Southgate or his assistant or something like that. But there's a definite problem.
Something I'll say on the whole thing is, imagine being... I know he plays right back for Arsenal at the moment, but what annoys me is he's far better
at centre-back.
Centre-back. Fucking hell, Archie.
I tackled by Leeds, that was.
Fucking Archie. I mean, I know, like I said, what makes me laugh is he's better at centre-back than Gabriel. So...
Before this season, I would have agreed with you. Gabriel's actually been great this season.
I still think he's better.
Even
with Gabriel having a good season, I think.
I don't think we've got a better right back than Ben White either. So I would still have him right back.
Well, that's the problem, isn't it? If you haven't got someone better and he's the best option, then he's going to play there.
I like him going forward as well.
But I do think, looking at the job he did for us, phenomenal centre-back. And like you say, he can play the defensive mid-role. He can rock, pretty much very flexible, very adaptable. And I like players like that. he was phenomenal for us, and I was absolutely devastated when we didn't sign him. And it'll be the same if we don't sign Rodon, because Rodon is looking like an absolute beast player as well.
That looked like handball.
That did look like a handball, didn't
Where's he on loan from?
Tottenham.
Tottenham.
I don't think he'll go back to Tottenham.
No.
I genuinely think that there's been rumours and things said that it looks like we are trying to make a deal. And let's be honest, he probably isn't going to get into the Tottenham team. They're lost.
They're not doing too badly at the moment.
But
That's a handball all day.
Oh, I don't know if you can give that as a handball because he wasn't even looking, was he?
Is his arm in the natural position?
Not
Yes.
at all.
How
is that?
You're jumping and you're like...
When do you play football being crucified to the cross?
Your arms come out.
Hang on. Hi!
Your arms come out when you jump or when you're falling.
Mate, his arm's behind him like this.
That wasn't natural.
I don't think that was a penalty. I don't think that was a pen.
But yeah. Anyway, going back to...
I think they'd give it in the Prem.
Probably.
Yeah, that would have gone to VAR straight up. It's below the sleeve. His arm's out behind him in like a stupid jazz dance.
It definitely would have gone to VAR regardless.
Stupid little jazz dance.
Get involved in everything. But yeah, I think Ben White will make himself available once Southgate's gone.
But again, I think when you look at the England national centre-backs...
Well, we're going to go through that.
Is there a better pairing than Ben White and John Stones?
Well, we're going to go through that in a second, and I will answer that question when we get there.
Sam.
So your goalkeepers are pretty self-explanatory. Jordan Pickford, Ramsdale, and Johnston, Sam Johnston.
Yeah.
And as Pope is not available, I would say them three virtually pick themselves as your three goalkeepers.
But it makes you think if Nick Pope does make it before the Euros.
For me, Nick Pope should be England's number one. Shouldn't even be.
So one thing the question is, who drops out? Is it going to be
Sam Johnson?
Sam Johnson every day. I'm actually surprised.
But at the minute, it would have to be Ramsdale because he's not playing.
I'm going to say something controversial though. I'm surprised that Johnson got the call ahead of Butland. I know Butland plays in the Sunday League, and I know that Rangers aren't exactly what we would call a great... They're a big team in Scotland, but let's be honest, the standard that they're playing...
That's like saying someone's a good actor in Towie.
You know why? Because Southgate, when there was... I can't remember what game it was. It was like a Man City, Newcastle or something like that, and there were about 8 England players in the side that day. Yeah. You know where he was that day?
Amsterdam,
watching Jordan Anderson.
But that's my point. He
knows what Jordan Anderson is. He's going to pick him anyway. Why does he need to watch him play? We're going to get into
that as well. So we've got the 3 keepers that virtually pick themselves, although it's not a bad shout
I'd take Butland.
to have Butland there. Yeah. But whether Butland goes or Johnson goes, neither one of them are getting
of course not.
Regardless.
No.
So it's,
you're
probably better having Butland for the experience and to help the other players.
Let's be honest, right? Butland's played in the Old Firm. Now, if you want to talk about hostile crowds, pressure, is there really a bigger moment than the Old Firm? Let's be honest. That game is absolutely fire for the crowd.
Yeah.
I'm not even a fan of either, and I would love to actually go and just experience that.
Yeah. I think the next one is going to be massive.
I mean, what makes me laugh?
It's going to decide the title.
What makes me laugh is they play each other 4 times. So for me, you'd think that would detract from the spectacle of the derby. You'd think it would detract.
I think it's
they're guaranteed to play. No, they're guaranteed to play each other 4 times. He's still having a go at him now.
How is that?
Look, he's still having a go at him.
Or is it 4?
They're still arguing down that corner where someone else has just come in and shoulder barged Nonto out of the way. Now he's having a go at Nonto. But you're going to have to step in and have a go at the Millwall players at some point. Because the tackle lasted a good minute, and then you've got 2 other Millwall players that come in and have a go at Nonto as well.
He's literally dragged him to the ground in front of the linesman. Nothing.
It's a good job there's no VAR. Right, defenders. So we've got Chilwell. And we've got Walker. Walker picks himself.
To be fair, Walker can play right back and centre back if he wanted to play 3 at the back or 4 at the back.
Kyle Walker. John Stones for me is England's best CB right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Harry Maguire,
I think he's
should
played
be in the
well.
team.
No, he's
He's
played
been
well
all
for Man
right,
United
he's
since
been all-
he's been back
Yeah, but
and got back in the team.
he's been all
playing
right.
okay.
Right, he's been all right, but he is not one of England's best. Look, he
That's
wouldn't
just
take his
silly.
arm off him. He's not going to take his arm off him. So basically, what's happened is Nonto's pretty much been dragged to the ground. That the instant aftermath was a bit
He
here
wants
and
to
there.
hug him.
But
He
then
wants to hug him.
Millwall's defender has put his arm around Nonto
Oh, he's
and is
hugging
preventing him from getting off the floor.
Yeah, yeah.
We actually
And
lay on him.
then Nonto reacts.
Yeah.
But for me,
Yeah.
that's not Nonto. But then
I have to
They've
say,
both been booked.
the Millwall defender's been booked.
But the lad who ran in with his elbow.
they've both been booked.
See that? Oh, Nonto's been booked.
Yeah,
as
they
well.
both
It's
got
just come
booked. But what about the Millwall player
But
who
then,
ran in with the elbow?
And a Millwall defender ran in right towards the end of the hoo-ha and shoved straight into Nonto, and he should have been booked as well and hasn't been. This is going to get really fiery now. There's
this
some
game's
really
started.
dodgy tackles now. We're in 18 minutes and 15 seconds.
That's what you expect.
And there was a lot of nasty tackles both sides. The ref's going to really have to get a grip of this, or we're going to end up with quite a nasty game. Right, so we've got Walker, who we agree with, Stones, who we agree with, Chilwell.
I don't see why not at the moment.
Who else are you going to put left back? Really? There's not a million. You've potentially got, who is it, Luke Shaw? But is he injured at the minute?
Couldn't tell you.
Because I haven't seen him at United. I haven't seen him on the pitch.
No.
Jared Branthwaite.
I
think
agree
he's
with
been quite
that.
Good. I think he deserves a
The
call up.
Everton games I've seen, I think he's done
I think
quite
he
well.
deserves a call up. I
Yeah.
agree with that. Lewis Dunk, I think he's a
Yeah.
fantastic defender anyway.
Yeah.
Joe Gomez,
Yeah.
he's pretty decent.
He could
pretty
play
decent.
left back as well, probably.
Could potentially do left back. Esri Konza.
Yeah, just to clarify, Luke Shaw is injured. Muscle injury, expected back mid-May.
That's why he's
That
not in the
makes-
squad then.
yeah.
Harry Maguire, for me, shouldn't be anywhere near the England squad.
No, I think he's been all right.
He's been all right. I don't want all right in the England squad. I want good in
There's
the England
not
squad.
a lot.
Great.
No, he does well for England as well.
I think he's
A lot of the time.
average at best. My personal opinion, Harry Maguire is average at best.
At the moment, where if England set up with Stones and Maguire, I don't see that being a big issue going to the Euros.
I'd rather see Stones and Dunk, personally. Midfield.
Right, the referee needs to get a hang of this. Blew for a free kick, everyone stopped, and then the Millwall just carried on.
Yeah, I've said
But
that
he's
a
not
while
booked
ago.
anyone for
He
kicking the ball away or carrying on.
Yeah, but how many people have been kicked for booting the ball, booked for kicking the ball away?
Well, it
I've
stops
actually
after
seen
2 weeks.
Well, I've seen it. I've seen it happen.
Because
It
the
was
Chelsea
happening.
game earlier against Leicester,
Yeah.
there was one where Jackson had sort of run it out of play and then just hoofed it miles out of the way. Should have been a yellow card. Nothing. Ref didn't even look, talk to him, nothing.
Yeah.
Right, midfielders for England, right? We've got Jude Bellingham. I don't think anyone in the world would disagree with that.
Yeah.
We've got Declan Rice.
They might if they know fuck all about
I
football.
don't think anyone's going to disagree with Declan Rice being in the
No.
squad. Right, James Maddison.
Absolutely.
Nobody for me should complain about
Literally,
that. I think
those
he's been
three
brilliant.
are our mid. I'm sorry.
I agree
That is
with you.
literally-
Yeah.
I agree with you completely.
It's not what we're going to play, but that's what
Now,
we should be playing.
as for me, fantastic backup, Conor Gallagher. I think he's been
Yeah,
superb
yeah.
He's
this
been very
season.
good.
Yeah.
Jordan Henderson. Now, I don't know if you can tell by the way I've said that.
Well, he might. I mean, he might
I don't think he
make a really
deserves
nice
to-
orange juice.
Maybe he does. Maybe he's the tea lady, but I don't understand how Henderson gets in that team above other potentials that could be in the squad.
There's a lot of people who could go that.
Henderson for me shouldn't be anywhere near the England squad.
I'd rather see Calvin Phillips go
Calvin.
ahead of him, and he doesn't deserve to be
No,
on.
he doesn't.
No, I agree with you.
Go-
though. I'd
going-
rather
You get
see
what I
Phillips-
mean? I'd rather see Phillips, and he
than
doesn't
Henderson.
deserve it either.
I'd rather see Phillips than Henderson.
Yeah, that's because he's younger. He's got the longevity. He's going to be there. Hopefully, he's going to pick himself back up, and he'll be around the scene in the
Whereas
future.
Henderson, in footballing terms, is dead. He went to Saudi for a start.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Absolutely shocking.
Literally, I can only see the reason he's going is for his leadership skills. That's the only reason I can see him going. It's
Yeah, but you got Harry Kane. He's meant to be one of the best leaders this country's got.
yeah, but how can you lead when you can't speak? Sorry, what was that, Harry?
He can speak German now, and people might be able to understand him.
What, because he sneezed? Achoo! Oh, you okay?
I bet his German's better than English. Right, forwards. Jared Bowen, I think, fully deserves a call-up.
Yeah.
Phil Foden, anyone argues with that?
Hanging off him, aren't they?
Anyone argues with Foden going up there, I think you know nothing about football.
Yeah.
Anthony Gordon, again, fully deserves a call-up.
Yeah.
Harry Kane goes without saying. He scored like 1,000 goals or whatever it is this season. I can't see that changing. Cole Palmer, for me, Chelsea's best player this season. I can't believe City have let Cole Palmer go, and I think he's absolutely outstanding. Outstanding.
He has been, but I look at it
like
this.
Tim says, Pep can't coach him. So he bought a replacement for him and sold him.
Yeah. And what a player.
And obviously Pochettino is more of a coach.
Because all he's done is just play him. Because when Cole Palmer played for City, I mean, he scored against us twice. He scored in the Championship.
Wow, this lino is the most incompetent person I've ever seen.
Did you see the goal Cole Palmer scored in the Championship?
No, I just watched that decision. So
we're having a replay now. So, Millwall...
Leeds throw.
The Millwall player pushed... Who's your 14? Rondon.
Yeah, Rondon.
I swear it came off.
He slid it out.
Foot as well.
So, I wouldn't mind. Right?
It could have been a foul as well.
because nobody can see what we're seeing. As the ball was going towards the byline, Millwall's defender, whose name I'm unaware of,
Brian.
Sorry about that, Brian, slid in front of Rodon and shinned it out of play. Like, I mean, it was a decent.
It was a good challenge. No, it was a great challenge.
Decent challenge, and it stopped him getting the ball. Stopped Rodon getting the ball, and that's fine. But it come off his shin, and the liner was
this far away.
There's probably not a lot more distance in that.
Right.
It's probably like
you two apart.
A foot.
That's what I just said.
He literally is you two apart.
Probably a foot away from the action, and still gave the throw into Milwall.
This is the same linesman that didn't give a foul for Nonto getting rugby tackled to the ground.
Yeah, I don't get that at all. That was good play. Shame he lost the ball after it, but it was decent play. Right, so back on the forwards. I'd like Archie Gray at Arsenal. I'll be honest. I've said that for a while now. I wouldn't complain if Arsenal signed Archie Gray.
I would.
He's great. I can well imagine you would, but can you imagine him as a replacement for Elneny?
I think if we go up, he stays, hands down. I think if we fail to go up this season, he'll go.
I hope you don't go up then now. Right, so on the strikers, we've got Bukayo Saka. Any complaints?
Nope.
No.
Okay, Ollie Watkins. Any complaints?
No.
He's not going to be first choice, but
no
complaints at all. Ollie, I want Arsenal to sign Ollie Watkins, so obviously I think a lot of Ollie Watkins. Ivan Toney's going.
No complaints.
Well, they need a bookmaker. And the last one that I'm personally not sure about is Marcus Rashford. Great player.
I think he's done okay. He's done well in the last couple of weeks.
He's done all right, hasn't he? But he's all right. He's not what Rashford was 5 years ago.
I think, unfortunately, on Southgate's side, I think he might start him.
If he can't perform
ahead of Foden,
right. If he cannot perform,
no way.
I've got a feeling he will. I think he'll play on the left.
Right. Okay. So Jared Bowen, Phil Foden, Gordon, Kane, Palmer, Rashford, Saka, Toney, and Watkins. Who's your front three?
Foden
left.
Saka right. Kane in the middle.
Okay, that's my front three. What's your front three?
For what?
England.
This game that's coming now, or just in general?
Who's your front three out of them three? Who are you starting?
Foden on the left, Saka on the right, and Kane in the middle.
There we go.
But when we play Brazil, I don't play Harry Kane.
I would put Watkins on for that game.
Yes, same. Because I want to know what he's about.
I want to know how he's
going to be. If Kane gets injured somehow.
This is one of them where personally I think certain players need protecting for England. Kane being one, Saka being another. I wouldn't play Saka on the right in this game.
I want to see Saka because I want to see, because we know what Kane does.
I put Jared Bowen on.
I want to see what I'd want at least 45 minutes of Saka, Foden, and Watkins. It needs 45 minutes just to see if Watkins can fit in with those three, and I'd love to see Cole Palmer. So behind him as well, with James Maddison,
Palmer and Maddison.
I'm not playing Jude Bellingham from the start against Brazil because I know everything about Jude Bellingham that I need to know.
Yeah. I think everybody does, don't they? It's just outstanding.
Just because I want to see because there's certain players that can get injured, and it'd be a blow, but it wouldn't be a big cost. But a Kane getting injured, a Bellingham getting injured completely changes the dynamics of the England side.
The one thing I will say, and this is my thought on Rashford, if he cannot do it at Man United, the club that he loves, the club he grew up supporting, and he plays for them, just like
that was a bit of a
Adebayor did in his last season of Arsenal, I'm turning up for the sake of turning up. I can't be bothered to play. I've got my money. I don't care. If that's how he plays for Manchester United, his club, his team, I don't want to see him in a fucking England shirt because he ain't going to perform.
Somebody in this game is getting sent off at this rate.
Junior's just been booked.
Yeah, it's a challenge.
For a definite yellow offence.
It's fucking hands down a yellow.
It is just a yellow.
It's just a yellow, but it's a bad yellow.
I wouldn't say it's a bad yellow. It's on the ground. It's just a yellow.
It's a yellow. It's a yellow.
It's more the intent because that.
No,
he
won the ball.
No, he kept his foot down on
and
the
he got
ground.
the ball. The ball did hit him a few times. Hit his foot, hit his arse, hit his testicles, get a little rub.
Have you seen the uproar of people saying that McGinn's not a red card?
Oh, mate, that was ludicrous.
But they made the problem though, didn't they? They made it an issue for themselves because what they did was they went into rehab to question people. I think it was the people that had just got in there.
You know what? They made it really weird. You know how normally when you think, actually, that shouldn't be a red card, but the slow motion makes it look worse. Slow motion actually makes McGinn's challenge look better. So when they slow it down, they're like, yeah, it's not a foul. Yeah, because you've slowed down all the ferociousness.
You know what, though? What made me laugh was, as I was scrolling through the comments, and like you can literally see all the deluding. And you had one guy go, look, I am a Villa fan, and even I've got to say this is a straight red possible review 5, like extra thingy, and then straight underneath it, someone put clear red card. -2 points to Everton. I was like, that's fucking hilarious. Absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, it was.
I wouldn't say it's any more than like the game ban or whatever it is.
It's your standard straight red 3 for me.
Yeah,
he's gone in there with no intent on the ball. He's just volleyed his legs from underneath him.
I would agree.
He was never getting there, and the best part is
he didn't want to get there.
Well, the ball's say 2 inches off the ground. His foot's thigh high. It's like
he had no intention of getting that ball there at all. Not even a little bit.
He was getting frustrated. Tottenham were completely under control of the game.
And then he had the balls to shake his head as he was walking off the pitch like there was a mistake made. Wait, you're the only mistake here?
Yeah.
Because that was awful.
Yeah, it was a very much a clear red card for me.
We're now, for those curious, in the 32nd minute of Leeds v Millwall, and I've got to say,
4 yellow cards already.
It's just, I'm shocked it's only been yellows at this point, to be fair, the way it's going. But it's sort of 0-0's probably the right result as it stands at 31
That's
and a half minutes.
Nobody's really had a
Here we go. Bamford's just run up and closed down Millwall's defender, but then got stuck under his feet. Nonto run up to the right, and he was clear on his own, but it was a really bad ball from Bamford, to be fair. And now there's just a lot of hoo-ha around the box.
Sakes.
Who's that? Jorginho has just absolutely leathered it over the box. Bamford there.
That was a waste.
They've just given a close-up of Bamford. The 2 Millwall defenders were just lingering over it too much. Bamford ran in, his speed let him down, his control let him down.
Yeah,
he saw Nonto
running to the right, overhit the ball
That was a good pass,
ridiculously.
but he should have volleyed that first time. He had to shoot.
And then it come to Rutter eventually at the end of the box after a bit of pinball, and he just leathered it into row Y.
When
'cause that went
Nonto
pretty
put
high.
the cross in, the guy had to hit that first time.
Yes, I would agree. Bamford there, though, that was really bad forward play from Bamford.
I think you wanted that to be Somerville.
I just wanted a better first touch,
And
basically.
here we go again. Leeds now going forward again, pushing forward.
Good hit.
What a goal! Take a bow, son. Nonto, what a finish that was by Nonto. Or Gnonto, or whatever his name is.
Nonto.
Yeah.
Nonto. We'll go with Nonto. Ball just inside Millwall's half. Ball got laid off to him. Decent layoff. It was better pass than what Bamford had given him. Controls it, takes it out to the right, takes a player on, cuts into almost centre of the box.
Yeah.
And then just slams it with his left
Easy as you
foot
like.
That's
towards
great.
the goalkeeper's left-hand side. What a great finish. Really
That is
well
a finish.
hit. There was no saving that.
No.
There was no saving that.
That's
Showing
an
the replays
absolute
of it now.
finish.
He just
He
knew
just
what he
puts
was going
inside,
to do.
onto his
Doesn't
left,
even look.
hooks it back where he's come from, right into the corner of the goal, hits
He
the
just
side
looks
net
at
and
the ball.
inside.
Yeah.
Beautiful goal.
He knew where the net was.
Any striker would
Concentrating
be
on the ball,
completely proud
then
of that.
looks. Yeah.
Beautiful goal.
That is exactly how you want it to be.
I can't even say Leeds deserve to be in the league because although they've done well for the last two and a half minutes, it's been very 50-50 this game. Like I said 2 minutes ago, or 3 minutes ago, I said 0-0's the right result for this game at the moment. And then Leeds have just had two decent attacks. One that Bamford messed up for them, and one, I think it was Rutter that the ball come to.
Yeah, it was Rutter.
He was the one that hooked the ball to Nonto, and that was a much better pass than what Bamford
That's
had
what
given
he
him.
brings to our team because people are like, oh, he doesn't score many, but his goal contribution's insane because he's got.
Mate, Rice doesn't score many for Arsenal. It doesn't mean he's not important.
But yeah, Jorginho, because he prefers to be called Jorginho. That's why you get a lot of like confusion when some people say Rutter, some say Jorginho, because it's like which one you're on about. But his movement, his control. I mean, literally, he gets hacked down so much, but he's just solid. He's absolutely solid on the ball. We've seen it today. 2 or 3 people, he just runs through them.
He does look like a very, very good player. Oh, that was a beautiful
Somerville's
run by
absolute class
Somerville.
as well. Go on.
Laid off to the byline, tried to hook it up.
Oof.
The keeper flapped at that
Good
a little
keeping.
bit, but it was a good.
To be fair, he's coming back. I mean, that's a good save, to be fair.
It was a decent stop in the end, and then the defender has fucked it out for a corner. So Leeds are now taking the game by the scruff of the neck.
That's going in.
Okay, what's happened is as he's cut the ball back, the Millwall defender slid in. It's hit his knee, gone up in the air. So that's why the keeper was on the floor. I missed that bit.
Yeah, no, that was a good save. That.
So actually, to be fair to the keeper, he's made a very good stop because after it hit the Millwall defender on the knee, it was going in. Oh, there's a bit of melee in the area after that corner. And I think that should be another corner unless they're going to give a free kick just because the Millwall player fell over. That does happen quite a lot, unfortunately. A bit of a pansy game at the moment. The ball got played into the centre from the corner, and there was just
as things stand,
kick, block, and it just a bit of pinball here, there, and everywhere.
Leeds and Leicester are direct equal at the top of the league. So
who's got a game in hand?
They've got the game in hand.
Game in hands are important.
Yeah. But at the moment, goal difference is 41.
Plus do you want me to say my usual line?
Yeah.
Rather have points on the board.
I was waiting for you to go, no, it's not! Game in hands are not important.
But yeah, so at the moment, as it stands, Leicester are still top, but goal difference is exactly the same. Points are exactly the same. This is where we need to turn the screw and put the pressure on by scoring a few more.
2 more. Will do.
Yeah, it's only because you've got 3 in the
Well,
bet. I've got 2
I would now like Leeds to get a penalty, score it, then Leeds get another goal, and then Millwall get a consolation at the end. Because I've got you down for a 3-1 win.
I'm pretty sure I went 2-0.
You did go 2-0.
Because I knew that's what we needed, so I was sort of like, we're gonna stick with that.
Did. Jason went 2-0 as well. Max 2-1, Tin 2-0, me 3-1, you 3-0, Daryl 3-1. Daryl's already had one hit because he got the Arsenal Porto result. In fact, so did Jay. Jay's actually got a 3-pointer. He had Arsenal down for a 1-0 win.
Is there a reason why this happened, though, Stretch?
There is for Daryl, but for Jay actually just got a good hit.
Oh, right.
Why is there a reason for Daryl?
Well, do you remember how
Daryl the results last week?
Do you remember how we had that sense of humour failure about me giving him shit for not putting the podcast out? Well, obviously, by the time the podcast had sort of come out and people got the questions, the Arsenal game had already been played.
Yeah, I'd sent Jay and Max the results through, and I'd forgotten to send them to Daryl, so he didn't get them. But yeah, so Daryl's got 3 points, Jay's got 3 points. The rest of us just got 1. Nobody scored anything for the Mac Workshop game, by the way. We all went for a Mac win.
What happened there?
Instead, Rooney decided to get sent off.
Yeah. What happened there?
And Workshop beat Mac 1-0, so I was a little disappointed about that.
Jeez.
At least. However, we are now at Sunday?
So I was just watching the same guy that got a yellow card earlier for dragging Nonto to the floor and scrapping with him. Just watched him get away with clattering Somerville around the head with an elbow.
He should be off the pitch, actually, to be fair. It was definitely a bookable offence.
Unreal.
But we're on Sunday now, and on Tuesday, 2 days' time, me, Jim Jam, my 2 lads, and then maybe some others meeting us there as well.
Excellent.
Are going to Stafford Rangers to watch Macclesfield v Stafford Rangers. So I'm actually quite looking forward to that. And as much as we're not going to be watching Rooney now, because he's now got a 3-game ban.
3-game ban? Violent conduct, was it?
Yeah. So he's now got a 3-game ban, Rooney has, so we might have to put up with our new signing.
Love Islander.
Yeah. The guy that left for Love Island.
Didn't he win?
Tom Clare?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't watch Love Island.
I think he won.
Yeah, I think he won Love Island.
So
all I know is
he's a winner. He's a natural winner.
When he finished Love Island, he brought his girlfriend to Max Ground to have a look around. I remember
there's only one thing that matters anyway, and that's the FA Trophy.
Yes,
really.
And we are still in that, luckily.
And playoffs.
It depends whether we're going to be in the playoffs or not, to be honest. But either way, we won't be playing Stafford Rangers again because they're going down. Because they just got beat 3-0 by Radcliffe.
Ouch.
Yesterday. I mean, Radcliffe.
That was actually not a bad result.
I was going to say
they were 3-0 down very quickly.
Yeah, Radcliffe is running away with the league as well at the minute, so they're obviously clearly head and shoulders above everybody else in that particular division. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to Tuesday, taking the lads to another game. The last one we went to was Arsenal Tottenham women at the Emirates. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
What was the final score?
1-0. Alicia Russo scored, but I tell you what, Tottenham had like 4 shots on target throughout the whole game, 2 of them at the par.
That's not on target.
For me,
officially on stats.
I know officially on stats it's not, but for me, the frame is part of the goal because you can hit the bar and go in. You can hit the post and go in. So for me, the frame is part of the goal.
Okay.
So for me personally,
it's still not on target.
If you hit the post, that for me is on target. Because the goal and the frame is part of the target, as far as I'm concerned. But sometimes you'll hit the post and it will go in. So does that mean it's an off-target goal that's gone in? Because it's hit the post first.
Go on, Russo. That's a corner.
This is an interesting argument now, isn't it? If I hit the post and it goes in, is that off-target?
I'm guessing that it depends what they class where the ball is, doesn't it?
Hitting the post, is it on target or off target? If I hit the post, is that off target?
So I'm going to...
it might be the centre of the ball or something.
No. Hang on.
I'm on about just hitting the post.
Hang on. Right. So if you hit the post, this will go into like the line where the ball is on the line. If the ball is over the line, the whole ball is over the line, then that's fine because it's over the line. If the ball is not fully over the line, which is created by the post, you're on the inside of the post, so it will still go in. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So technically, if the whole of the ball is not over the line, still classed as in. So that would be classed as on target. To hit the part of the post.
So hitting the post is on target?
Only if it's the inside of the post. Because if it doesn't hit the inside of the post.
Is hitting the post on target? Yes or no?
Inside, outside.
The post.
If you hit the inside of the post.
If you hit the post, is that on target? Or that should be a penalty.
No, I'm not. I don't know.
He just
I want to
ran
see it again.
into him.
For me, on first viewing, we're in the 40.
First viewing, I'm not thinking it's a penalty.
42 minutes, 30 seconds.
The guy's gone down. Like,
it was off of a corner. And for me, on first view, albeit I didn't see the whole thing, I just saw the actual collision itself.
Now,
right now, the corner's come in. He's controlled it on the instep. He's gone to head. That's a penalty.
How is that?
The same guy.
Yeah.
How is that not? It's the same guy. He should not be on the fucking pitch.
This is the same guy. For those that are listening, this is the same guy that's not just only got booked for the non-toe down by the corner flag.
He can see it.
But then should have been.
He's looking at him, the ref.
Should have been booked for an elbow. He's now just come out and kneed. Is it rode on in the chest? Yeah. Full on kneed him in the chest.
Chin, I'd say as well.
Fucking led.
He's bent down. He's bent down to head it, and the defender's come in with his knee raised. Rondon's just lifted his head in time and been hit in the chest with his knee. How on earth is that not a yellow card and a penalty?
The referee shit.
I'd say potentially it could be a red.
Can I just apologise to both of you? Right, I want to apologise to both of you now, because about 4 weeks ago we had a conversation where I turned around to you two and said, I think the standard of refereeing is better in the Championship because you don't. I'd like to rescind that statement.
The fucking standard.
Because of this one referee, and I'd like to fully make an apology to both of you.
Did you see
and I would
the
like
ref
to point
as
out,
well?
with VAR, we'd have had 2 penalties now.
Look, and the ref was looking direct at him. He was actually concentrating.
Honestly,
on
the ref was closer to the action than I am to the phone, and it's coming at him. So, like, the challenge is going there towards the referee, right at him, and it's how do you miss that? How do you miss that as a call? Because both of us instantly, me and Tim went last pan.
I'm absolutely bewildered.
I don't think you saw what we saw.
No, I didn't see it.
We both looked at it and we went pan.
I thought they just came together, and then I was like, if they'd have just come together.
I'm further away from the TV than the ref is from the action.
I mean,
and I can't
hit his chin.
How? How do I mean? I'm really struggling with this. How do you not give that? I think he's hit his head after he's hit the floor, but I don't understand how that is not a penalty. Like, in what world is that not a penalty? In what world is that not a penalty? This referee, I think, is going to be suspended for about 6 weeks after this game because he's been absolutely abysmal. Not only that, but we all said earlier, if he doesn't get a grip of this game, it's going to turn nasty. And it's getting to a point where some of the challenges are ridiculous. I think he has been caught in the face, you know.
Yeah, you see how fucking red it is.
I did. I said it.
Yeah, you said straight away he's caught his chin. I thought he'd missed it. I thought he'd lifted his head up, but he's got red marks on his face.
No, because the first thing I saw in that game was I thought they'd just come together. I thought it was just a bump of chests.
I saw him lift his leg, and I'm like, that's
I
a
didn't
penalty.
See that lift.
And for the position the referee was in, I don't understand.
You just give a free kick for something. I'm not sure.
Millwall have taken a corner.
Right. The referee is Stephen Martin.
Stephen Martin.
We're going to name him because that's how bad it is.
That explains it all, though, doesn't it? Isn't Steve Martin a comedy actor? That explains it all. Now I understand why he's been so ridiculous.
I'm just trying to figure out why.
It's a joke.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out why you gave a free kick there. I didn't see anything.
Well, he didn't see anything at the other end, and there wasn't a
That's true.
So it doesn't surprise me that he's seen something that isn't there, because he doesn't see stuff that is. That was a great throw-in by Milwall, by the way, and I don't think that was a free kick.
No, I think he.
I just think he was stronger than the Leeds player as he was running through.
I think so too. There,
Husky's about the right name to have on his shirt. He's massive, isn't he? I don't think he goes training. He just goes to the gym, doesn't he? Look at the size of him.
Yeah. No, actually, he does.
I don't think that's a free kick. I just think he's stronger. I genuinely think that's fine.
Rodon could definitely go in front of him, and his legs gone through the back. But It's not like he's maliciously tried to.
Yeah, I think that should have been. It should have been. I want to know his name. What's his name?
Who, the one?
The one that's just on that. I think it was 14.
Yeah, striker is. I'm going to bastardise it now.
So I've got to apologise.
I thought it was. It's Obafemi.
Yeah, it's Obafemi.
It's our former player. He's just a lot bigger than he was.
He's a
He's
mountain.
fucking fast as well.
And
Look
he's
at that.
lightning. Look. He's causing problems for
Yeah,
Leeds centre back on his own. On his own, he's causing issues for Leeds centre backs. He's very quick, very
Powerful,
very strong.
fast. He's good.
Looks like a real player. He does. Just
He's
causing
got a lot
issues.
bigger. He just couldn't get in.
Oh no, it's number 21. I apologise. Yeah. Number 21. I've just seen it on his shirt.
Well, yeah, he's really good.
What a forward he is.
Yeah.
Right? That's perfect, isn't it?
Fast, powerful,
and chases everything. Even if it looks like a lost cause, he's after it.
Yeah,
I quite like that.
He's a decent player. No, I'm not sure what his finishing product is like. I don't watch Millwall that much.
We apologise if the pod's a bit all over the place and a bit difficult to follow today. We just
decided to do something different.
We thought it'd be something just a little bit different for everybody to actually have us with a game that we're actually paying attention to in the background.
I don't know if you remember.
He's got to go.
Cooper has just fouled again. Cooper's number 5 for Milwall, who's been booked for the Nonto, wasn't called for an elbow, assaulted Rodon in the area, and now he's just dragged Rutter to the floor by pulling his shirt. How he's still on the pitch, I will never know. That's at least 4 yellow cards.
Do you remember my comments for the last 3 weeks about refs having no bollocks?
Here you go. He was your ref when you played Hull in your 0-0 draw.
Yeah, he had no bollocks in that game as well.
If you remember the game.
He also sent Rodon off for a challenge that wasn't a fucking
He
card.
was your ref in the where you thrashed Ipswich.
I don't really think he had much to do.
Where you beat Bristol City 1-0. And then he was in League 2. He has not refed the Southampton game.
Interesting one for you then. How many red cards did he give?
One.
Not enough in this
One
game.
in that game against Hull and you. But I don't know.
Mate, it was a horrendous decision. Horrendous decision.
Who did he send off?
Rodon. For a challenge.
Oh, so
it'll be on there somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Jim Jam's got his phone out now.
His first yellow.
All the facts so we can have proper.
His first yellow was soft as shit, if not even a card. And then he booked him again. He just basically booked him for 2 absolute joke cards.
This is why we call him Jim Jam the Stat Man, because whenever we need it, he now gets hold of the stats for us.
And he's from Staffordshire.
Is he? He should stay there then. Because he shouldn't be on a football pitch.
And
it's been absolutely abysmal. They've just blown for half time, and on his own, Millwall's number 5, who's at Cooper, should have 4 yellows on his own. I think there's been a total of 4 yellows, hasn't there? But
I don't get why the Millwall players are there complaining to the referee, really.
No. The only one that should be complaining is that Obafemi, because he got called for a foul, which probably shouldn't have been.
In all fairness, it was running out. It should have just been.
Yeah, I mean, he wouldn't have done it anyway.
No, but what I mean is, it
just
shouldn't
don't
have been
call the foul, let him have a goal kick.
Absolutely.
And then he wouldn't be moaning at the ref.
It was the linesman that flagged it.
So, to be fair, I don't know why he was moaning, because he wasn't getting the ball anyway.
Villa's 1-1, by the way. They're about to it's about to finish. And
I'm sorry, Villa's 1-1.
Yeah.
I thought Villa were losing 2-0.
Yeah, it was VAR, remember I said, and it took them 4 minutes, like 3 minutes to work out.
They wiped it off.
Yeah. Apparently some foul in the build-up or something. So, yeah.
Brilliant.
And on the upside, depending on which way...
I'm waiting for this one. I know what it is.
One of the only players in the Manchester United team that I would like at Leeds has scored the opener, and they are currently beating Liverpool.
United are beating Liverpool.
Yep.
Now I'm debating which
who is that
one.
player, Stretch?
I don't know.
The one player that I've said I would happily have at Leeds, who's underrated.
Oh,
Scott McTominay.
McTominay.
I actually rate him. I actually like him.
Right, as it's half time, it seems like a fitting time to take a break.
Yeah.
So we're going to be back with you in the second half.